Track 2. New words. What do these new words mean? Ask your teacher or use your dictionary. Boat. Let's go in the boat. Fight. The boys are fighting. Ice. The ice is very cold. Melt. The ice is melting. Rocks. The rocks are very big. Safe. The cat is safe. The dog can't run after it. Swim. She can swim. Tree. This is a tree. Valley. The house is in a valley. Way. This is the way. Come on! Verbs. Fall. Fell. Fight. Fought. Swim. Swam. Track 3. Ice Age. The Meltdown. Chapter 1. We aren't safe here. It was a hot, sunny day in the valley. The animals played on the ice and in the water. They loved the sun. But there was a problem. Manny talked to the animals. "We aren't safe here," he said. "The ice is melting. Soon, our valley is going to be under water." "What can we do?" asked the animals. "There's a boat at the end of the valley," said Manny. "Is it far?" asked Sid. "Yes," said Manny, "but it's safe there." "Let's go," said the animals. They all walked slowly to the end of the valley. Behind them, some ice fell into the water. 2 big sea animals came out of the ice. They were hungry. Manny walked with his friends, Sid and Diego. "Look," said a young animal. "He's the last mammoth." "I'm not the last mammoth," said Manny. "There are more of us." "Where?" The animal laughed. Manny did not know. He was very sad. "It's okay, Manny," said Diego. "You have us," said Sid. Track 4. Chapter 2. She's the girl for you. Suddenly, a girl mammoth fell out of a tree. There were 2 possums with her. "Hey," said Manny. "A mammoth." "Where?" asked the girl mammoth. "I'm Ellie, and these are my brothers, Crash and Eddie." "Why were you in the tree?" Manny asked Ellie. Possums like trees, she said, and I'm a possum. You are not a possum, said Sid. Ellie and her brothers walked with Manny, Sid, and Diego. Ellie played with her brothers. They laughed and laughed. Ellie's funny, said Sid to Manny. She's the girl for you. I'm not the boy for Ellie, said Manny. She likes possums, not mammoths. The ice was not very strong now. Suddenly, the sea animals jumped out of the ice in front of them. Sid fell into the water. Manny fought the sea animals and they swam away. Wow! Thanks, said Sid. Why did you do that? Ellie asked Manny. She was angry. It wasn't safe. Soon there are going to be no mammoths in this valley. Ellie walked away. Now Manny was angry too. I don't like girls, he said to Sid. Sid laughed. That night, they came to a tree. Ellie looked at it for a long time. Manny waited for her. I know this tree, she said slowly. I was here when I was small. I didn't have a mum or dad. A possum lived in the tree, and she had 2 children, Crash and Eddie. Listen, Ellie, said Manny. Crash and Eddie aren't your brothers. You're a mammoth. The boy possums at school never liked me, said Ellie quietly. Now I understand. Well, I'm a boy mammoth and... Manny stopped suddenly. What? Asked Ellie. I like you, he said. Track 5. Chapter 3. I'm not going this way. Next day, the animals walked all morning. I'm tired, said Sid. You're always tired, said Manny. Look, shouted Crash and Eddie. The boat! Everyone was happy. Come on, we don't have much time, said Manny. The water is coming. Ellie stopped. I'm not going this way, she said. It's not safe. There isn't a safe way, said Manny. He walked away quickly. Ellie and the possums went a different way. They walked and walked. Suddenly, some ice fell, and a lot of water came into the valley. They ran fast, but a big rock fell on top of Ellie. Ellie, are you okay? Shouted Crash. Yes, she said, but there's no way out of here. Go and find help. Manny, Diego and Sid were near the boat. Suddenly, they saw Crash and Eddie. "Come and help Ellie!" shouted Crash. Manny ran after them, but he fell into the water. The sea animals were in the water too. They wanted to eat Manny. The rock on top of Ellie was under water now. Manny swam to the rock. The sea animals swam after him and crashed. The rock fell, and Ellie came out. She was okay. Track 6. Chapter 4. Go after her. There was water everywhere in the valley. "What now?" asked Sid. "Look!" shouted Diego. "The ice at the end of the valley. It's going to fall." The ice fell, and the water went out of the valley. The animals were safe. "Do you see that?" shouted Manny happily. There were a lot of mammoths at the end of the valley. "Let's go with them," Ellie said to Manny. "I want to stay here with my friends," said Manny. Ellie went to the mammoths. Manny watched her sadly. "Manny, go after her," said Diego. Ellie walked slowly behind the mammoths. Suddenly, a mammoth fell out of a tree. It was Manny. "Ellie," he said, "I want to be with you. Do you want to be with me?" "Yes, I do," laughed Ellie. Sid and Diego were sad. "It's you and me now," said Sid. Suddenly, there was someone behind them. It was Manny. Ellie and her brothers were there too. "Why are you here? Your friends are going," said Diego. "You are my friends," said Manny. "Friends are great," said Sid. The end. Track 7. Real World. Ice Age Animals. The last Ice Age ended about 10,000 years ago. In the Ice Age, a lot of the USA was under ice. What animals lived in the USA then? Mammoths. They were 3 meters tall. Their tusks were 4 meters long. They had a lot of hair, so they weren't cold. Their hair was 1 meter long. Giant ground sloths. They were 3 meters long. They sometimes walked on 2 legs. They had big claws. Saber-toothed tigers. They were 1.5 meters long. 2 of their teeth were very long. Why did they die? Why did these animals die? We don't know. But here are 3 possible answers. There was a horrible disease. Men hunted the animals. The hot weather after the Ice Age was a problem for them. Track 8. Chant. 1. Listen and read. Did they like the Ice Age?
Ellie, Crash and Eddie, Manny, Diego, Sid. Did they like the Ice Age? Yes, they did. The mammoths were big. The possums were small. The weather was hot, and the ice was tall. The tall ice fell, a very sad day. But Manny helped Ellie, and she was okay. Ellie, Crash and Eddie, Manny, Diego, Sid. Did they like the Ice Age? Yes, they did.
Track 9. 2. Say the chant.
Ellie, Crash and Eddie, Manny, Diego, Sid. Did they like the Ice Age? Yes, they did. The mammoths were big. The possums were small. The weather was hot, and the ice was tall.
The tall ice fell, a very sad day. But Manny helped Ellie, and she was okay.
Ellie, Crash and Eddie, Manny, Diego, Sid. Did they like the Ice Age? Yes, they did.